Hello guys, in this video we are going to talk about design and runtime data table. So what are design and what are runtime data table? The data table which are created during designing of test are called DesignTime data table, and the data table which we see during the runtime are runtime data table. So first question arises, what is the difference between runtime and design time? So guys, how UFT works, when we run the test, it creates a copy of design time data table and displays as runtime data table. Okay, so whatever changes we made in the runtime data table are not copied back into a design time. So when we run the test, there are a number of things that we do with the data table. We fetch a value, we set also value, or sometime in the during the runtime we change some value. These values are not copied back into a design time. So this is a concept where people get confused. So I just want to get clarified. Like, people changes into a runtime and then ask why my changes are not copied in the data table, because the changes that you have made are during runtime. So to explain this, we're gonna switch back to our application. We are going to use the same application that we used during understanding of data table. So what we are going to do, we are going to put a breakpoint on username, which says take the value from username column and local sheet. So what we are going to do, we are going to run this script. If you look closely, asd9@brad1.com is my username that is given in the design time of creation of this tab. What we are going to do, we are going to run this script, and during runtime we are going to change this value, and then we are going to see whether these value that we change during runtime are populated over the design time table or not. So I am going to run this application. Again, we are going to open booking.com. Okay, so we have put the breakpoint on 16th row, so it has stopped the execution. Now what we are going to do, we are going to change the value here. From ASD9 I am going to change it to Anurag. So what I did, I changed it to anurag@brad1.com. So now what it will do, it will, instead of using the previous value, it will use anurag@brad1.com. Let's just press F11 and see what has entered in the application. See, anurag@brad1.com has entered. Now we can resume the script. All right. So guys, as you can see, my changes in action 1 username are not copied from runtime into a design time, but I can see my changes that I have done into my results. See, under action 1 I can see I have changed the username, and here it is displayed. It will be very handy in many of the situations when you do a automation testing. So guys, what we learned about the design time data table and runtime data table. That runtime data table is just a copy of design time data table, and the changes that we have done in runtime data table is not copied back in design time data table. Thank you guys for watching this video.